contains duplicate. So we're given an array, right? We need to return whether or not it contains a duplicate. So true means it has a duplicate. False means it doesn't have a duplicate. So there are two ways to do this: space optimized and then time optimized. Space optimized, what we got to do is we need to sort these numbers, right? 1, 1, 2, 3. Now we can see we can iterate from here up until here, right? Then we're gonna compare I with I minus 1, and it has at least one element, so I think this should work if it has at least one element, right? Or we could just do that if we are really concerned about that one, because we're starting from I equals 1, right? So what if like it was like this 1, right? Like where is this I gonna go, right? So for that edge case, we do if nums.length equals 1, return false, because there's only one number. If there's only one number, by definition, you cannot have a duplicate. Now let's do this one real quick. So arrays dot sort nums, and this is going to be a n log n operation, and then we're going to go int I equals 1, I less than nums.length I plus plus. Right, now if nums I ever equals nums I minus 1, that means we found a duplicate. Return true. By default we return false. By default we return false. That means if it never encounters this case, it's just gonna keep going, right? So that's what's gonna happen for this algorithm. So yeah, so that it passed. Another way is we can create a hash set integer set equals new hash set. These are core algorithms, like these are like the basic algorithms. Contains duplicate, it's like really. So okay, so we're gonna create a hash set, right, for int num in nums, set dot add num. If it's already in the set, actually we could do this. If set already has set dot contains num, return true. Otherwise, aka by default, set dot add num, return false by default, right? So unless this is the case, it's going to keep adding, and if this is the case, it's going to return true, which means it already has that number. So we're encountering this number for the second time. We're seeing it for the second time, so that's why we're returning true. By default, return false, right? So the runtime is really fast than the previous one. I think for the previous one it was Let's check. It was slower, but the memory was it beats 80%, so